I tossed the bills I had into a teacup. I waited until the entire note was soaked through. Only then did I fish it out satisfied. Then I unfolded the bill. That once brand new note had in a flash turned into an old one. So I threw all the bills into the tea water. Then I pulled them out and hung them on a clothesline. I used a hairdryer to dry each one, because the bills in our hands were all freshly made fake cash. Compared to fresh bills, worn bills draw a lot less attention. To test the quality of the fakes, Bob and I walked into a store. Bob handed over one of the fake bills, but as soon as the shopkeeper took it, he froze. Bob totally panicked. I sensed something was off, so I bolted forward and yanked Bob out. Luckily, the chaos and crowd gave us cover. That's how we scraped by with a narrow escape. I figured printing cash was easy, but I didn't expect the fake money we made to get spotted right away. I looked at the bills in my hand and started thinking. Then it hit me we messed up from the start. Indian banknotes are printed on a special cotton rag paper. That kind of paper feels nothing like regular wood pulp paper, and it even has a distinct crisp snap when you fold or flick it. Then there's the color shifting ink on the bills. The ink changes color depending on the angle. That subtle color shift gives it away every time. And lastly, the hardened security thread woven into the paper. If we wanted to make fakes of decent quality, we'd have to figure out all these issues. But cotton rag paper is tightly controlled by the Indian government. We had no way to get it. All we could do was hunt for a substitute paper with a similar feel. After days of fruitless searching, I finally spotted a glimmer of hope in an advertisement catalog. If you glued two sheets together, not only would it feel remarkably close, but even the thickness would match. Then bleach the paper, split it into two separate faces for printing, punch a hole on one side, and insert a security thread and glue the layers together. That would create a perfect sandwich-style note. Once the paper issue was solved, we still had to tackle the second problem, the color-shifting ink on the bills. That's when Bob had an idea. He mixed some metal-based paint and ink stuff you can buy at any hardware store and pulled off a color-shifting effect good enough to fool the eye. Then he painted a coat over each note to give it that crisp feel. Finally, we soaked them and let them air dry. And just like that, a nearly perfect fake was born, real enough to be hard to tell apart. Then to test this batch again, we returned to that same street side store. I handed over the cash, my heart pounding in my throat. But to my surprise, I ended up with a soda and some change in hand. Holding that soda and the money, we were completely stunned.